Yo, what's up, people? This is Charles Himski, and I'm back with the first ever reaction video on Charles Himski Reacts. And because my favorite sport is NBA basketball, the greatest sport of all time, the philosophical components of the game is so obvious, it's so crazy. I used to be a baller. Now I was really out there just running laps. I was never really that guy when it comes to hooping. I'm not gonna lie. I couldn't shoot, I couldn't pass, I couldn't rebound the ball. I could not play defense. I was really out there just running laps. I was really out there just getting cardio. It was really bad. But I was in tremendous shape. You know, the game is thank you. Thank you to the basketball gods, you know. But in all seriousness though, I really love the game of basketball, and I wanted to take a moment to react to what has been going crazy within the last week of NBA basketball. Shout out to NBA Buzz on Facebook. NBA Buzz on Facebook, you guys are doing your thing. I had to respond to this. Within the last week, we've had four players score 60 plus points. It's ridiculous. So let's talk about it. Luka Doncic, 73 points. What do you even say? What do you say? The guy is 6'7", 235, 240, can handle the ball with the best of them. His step back game is mean. He's an animal. He wants to will. His will to win is high. And then he's being linked and combined with a Kyrie Irving who, let's just face it, he's a champion. He's a champion, and he's one of the most skilled players who's ever played the game. That, I think, is aiding Luka tremendously. This guy, 73 points. I'm sure he's missed buckets. He missed some shots that he should have made. Could have had 80, could have had 85. He's an animal. Luka legend, wow. Then you got Joel Embiid. Guy is 7 foot tall, damn near 300 pounds, with a midi. He can hit the three. He can space the floor. He can post you up. He can finish around the rim with his size. Oh, and then if he misses around the rim, he can get his rebound. He's an animal. He's an absolute animal. And it's like, how can you stop that? Then you got D-Book. He's basically a baby Kobe. He's a little mini Kobe. He can do it off the catch. He can do it off the dribble. He's got a great pull-up game. He can do it off the screen. He's an animal. And then you got Cat, who's 7 foot but can space the floor with the best of them. Won the 3-point competition either last year or the year before that. What do you say? What do you say? So the question is, posed by NBA Buzz, is this the most skilled era of basketball, or is it just no defense? Or is it both? What is the reason that we've had 4 players in the last week score 60 plus points? And I think it's both. I think it's both. Because back in the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, the game was much more physical. There was holding. You could check people. You could push them off screens. You could grab them. It was physical. The refs were much more lenient. It was much more physical back then. But at the same time, back then, you didn't have guys like Joel Embiid. You didn't have guys that were shooting the ball like Joel Embiid. You didn't have guys who were spacing the floor like Cat. It was an inside game. It was just not. People just didn't do it. And it's like, so yeah, that's that component of it. But then in today's era, it's more skilled than ever. Because they've had the opportunity to learn from guys in the 60s, the 70s, the 80s, from 90s, to the early 2000s, to watch their tape, to watch their film, to see what they did, to learn from it, to really break down the game, slow down the game, watch the little minute details that they were doing. It's just, the technology has improved ridiculously. The nutrition has improved. The training has improved. teams of trainers, their understanding of how to get guys right, how to keep guys in optimal peak condition. It's never been better. And I think also, yeah, the game is not as physical. The game is just not as physical. And I mean, you like that. I mean, because when you think about the NBA, ultimately it's a product. It's a product. And when any product or with any service, you want to make sure that your guys are able to last as long as possible to be able to sustain that performance and therefore to continuously generate you money. So yeah, you're going to, if you're the NBA execs, if you're the NBA owners, you're going to, yeah, let's make the game less physical. Let's make it more skill-based. It's more flashy. It's more entertaining, and we get more money. And I mean, yeah, I think it's well played, man. Well played by the NBA. I mean, I love the game. I love what they're doing. And I'm very interested to see in the near future how the game evolves and what are the next iterations of the game. But yeah, I mean, these four guys right here, animals, absolute animals. And what they're doing in the game, you have to respect it. So yeah, salute to them. Some of the best players in the league, and I mean, really, we just try to not judge the players. Just don't judge the players for being who they are, man, and trying to take advantage of the time period that they're in. I mean, it's really just as simple as that. So yeah, man, this is interesting to say the least, for sure. Charles Himski out.